Welcome to Joe Easy Delivers, where I do not do any orders today because I didn't feel like it. So I'm gonna do this video. I was gonna do a short on it, so I'm like, you know what, since I'm not gonna do any deliveries, I am going to make a full video on it. And before I do, I'm gonna show you a quick Reddit post that I was reading earlier today, and it goes like this. Do you think I will get banned if I left a note in no tipper's bag? I really want to leave a note in some people's bags that don't tip well or at all on large orders, especially the ones miles away from the store. It would read something like $2 tip for 20 plus items and a 5-mile drive. Go to the store yourself next time. What do you people think? And then somebody replied, just a basic answer, just don't take the order. That is key, guys. Do not take the order. You're gonna avoid a lot of stress, and this is what this video is gonna be about. Tips on how to not get stressed out when Instacart shopping. So this person says, just don't take the order. And then OP, the original poster, is that what OP stands for? Let me know. Didn't think of that. Not. Some people actually need any money they can get, and when there's limited batches in your area, you take what you can get, ladies and gentlemen. This unfortunate shopper is taking orders that they know they're gonna get upset about later on. That's why there's a lot of tips that you can do to avoid this. Like, for example, if you don't live in an area where you have the tools, or you're making $500 a day easily, accept small orders. Accept the small orders, because somebody else is probably taking the big unicorn orders, 60, 80, $100 orders. Do not just take the small ones. Like, for example, I'm gonna put on the screen just 3 examples of orders that I did this past this week. Okay, so I did an $11.35 order for 5 items going 1.3 miles. Those orders, you could do it, if you know the store, you could do it very, very quickly. About 30 minutes max. Okay, this is another order that I got very lucky that I got it. I was passing by BJ's. It is an $18.86 order for 3 items going 2.6 miles. That order I got very lucky, but it's one of those small orders. Now here's an order that if you know your store, you will do it quick, even though a lot of people will probably not accept it because they say, oh no, it's too little money and this and that. It's a $13 order for 12 items going 1.6 miles. A lot of mistakes that us shoppers get into is that we wait for the unicorn order. We wait for the $50, $60 order so we could do 2 of those orders and go home, instead of knocking out a lot of little orders it is going to take a lot more work. You're going to have to be doing a lot more moving, but trust me, guys, it's going to be worth it. It's a marathon and not a sprint. This is a strategy that you could probably do every single day, even on slow days, because a lot of shoppers, they do camp out the whole store. So do not be like that. Just be one of the few people that take a lot of these small orders. Another tip is, do not look at the tips when accepting the order. A lot of us get our emotions involved in this gig. We are not working for our tips. I said this on a last video of mine. And if you're working for Shipt, you are working for your tips because you don't see that tip before. But when you're in Instacart, if you're not doing orders in an area where everybody's tip baiting, if you're just like in a regular area, then tip baiting is very, very rare. You will not get tip baited. The person's tipping you in advance, so you just have to do what you were contracted to do. That's all you have to do. Nothing more, nothing less. And if you do that from the start of the order to delivery, then you will not get tip baited and you will get what you were paid for. And that's pretty much it. But if you see an order that is paying $18, $0 tip for 5 items, something that you could do in 30 minutes. A lot of shoppers I read on Reddit that they would not take this order because out of principle, and that is just a huge mistake. A lot of us they just put too much emotion into it. They don't take an order because the person did not tip, or you're gonna risk ratings and this and that. As long as you do the order, you're not gonna get a bad rating. I know this. I don't know. I've been shopping for a while and I don't get bad ratings because of that. So when you do see these orders that is paying a lot, nobody wants to take it, just take it, ladies and gentlemen. Do not let a customer not tipping you get in the way of you making your money. We are working for money, for cash. And whether the money is coming from Instacart or if it's coming from the customer, money is money. We could use that money to pay our bills, guys. Instacart money pays our bills as well as the tip. It's the same amount that dollar is the same. So do not get the customers tipping little or no, not tipping at all, don't let that get in the way of you making your money. Whether Instacart has to raise the pay for somebody to take it, just take it, guys. And if none of this works, if you do not live in an area where you get a lot of orders, or you cannot take the little orders, or for some reason you cannot multi-app, or your brain and your mind does not get past the fact that customers do not tip, then I think this gig is probably not going to be for you. You might just have better luck in a stable job where you could get paid a certain amount of money per hour. That is, that's probably not what a lot of us want. But to do this gig app, you're gonna have to just suck it up about customers tipping. They're not gonna tip. Just do not accept the order. Take a lot of little orders if your area is very slow. Multi-app, all those other things to be successful in this gig app, because focusing on customers not tipping is a recipe for failure. Now, if you're willing to accept all these facts and take them into consideration, then you are ready to make it happen on Instacart. Do not let Instacart stress you out. Make it happen. Use other apps. Do a lot less smaller orders. Do whatever you can to make it happen, guys. I believe in every single one of you. Now let's go.